When the 2008 financial crisis hit, when the world was genuinely terrified, when Bear Stearns had collapsed, when Lehman had gone bankrupt, when every financial pundit on television was telling you to get out, Buffett was moving in the opposite direction, all the way in. He deployed billions into Goldman Sachs at the exact moment Goldman needed a lifeline. He put $3 billion into GE. He financed the Mars acquisition of Wrigley. He was buying while retail investors were fleeing for the exits in one of the most dramatic financial panics ever. Those crisis-era deals ultimately generated more than $10 billion in profits for Berkshire Hathaway. That is what being on the right side of the transfer looks like. Buffett didn't have any special information. He just knew what a deal looked like. And he had an unwavering belief that the crisis would end just like every other previous crisis. He understood the mechanism well enough to know that the Fed eventually escapes its cage and starts pumping the markets again. Right now, it's easy to panic the markets with a single tweet because of a psychological principle that drives emotional investors. The exact type of investors that transfer over generational wealth to the investors that stay emotionally sober and invest like an AI algorithm. Please let that be you. Right now, everyone is focused just on oil prices going up and the markets going down. I get it, that hurts, it's not fun, but here's what the mainstream narrative is not telling you. All that really matters in the long run is market fundamentals. But in the short term, markets price in fear first and fundamentals second. Always. Consider this. The United States is the world's largest crude oil producer. Not Saudi Arabia, not Russia, the United States. At 13.58 million barrels per day in 2025, the US produces more crude oil than any country in history. And in 2020, for the first time since 1949, the US became a net petroleum exporter.